So about 3 weeks ago, I dug up some elephant ear bulbs from this area and separated them. When I planted them last season, I planted 2 bulbs and they really took off because I get a lot of water in this area. It comes under the fence, feeds this area. It's shade, so they really got ginormous. As you can see, here's one right here. You see, I don't know if you can see that. And I put a lot of crushed leaves, mulch, stuff like that, so they can weather during the winter. There's another one right here. Okay, so that's 2. There's one under here somewhere. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. You can see. Okay, so I'm gonna cover these back up because they stay moist. I'm hoping that they'll come back next year. Like I said, they only been up 1 year and they got really big, and I'll show you a picture of that later. But some of the ones that I broke off, some of the babies, I'm gonna plant over here. Now, when I show you the picture, you're gonna probably say, you know, I don't probably need to plant one there because the leaves are so big, they just kind of cover this whole area. But I want them to be full, so I may just plant another species over there. I'm not sure, but I have so many of the babies that I don't know. I have to find somewhere for them to go. I may give some away. So let me show you the babies. So believe it or not, here are the babies. There's a lot, I told you, and that only came from 2 bulbs. And these have already been dried out for 3 weeks. You know, they the part that kind of rots out, well, not rots out, but is really like, I don't know, fleshy, wet. I showed you before in the previous video, and I said you don't want to spray too much water on it. They get hard, they catalyst over, and that's where the plant emerges right here. Okay, but you can see there's quite a bit of bulbs. Now these things are going to get twice as big, and they're going to also have more babies. And these are the little smaller ones that fell off. Okay, so once I put these in the ground, they'll take off. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put them in the ground or if I'm going to put them in a planter, a pot, whatever, and then transplant them. I'm not sure yet. So these are the offspring of the other 2 colossal bulbs. So I'm thinking about transplanting them somewhere along this fence line. Now this is a goes a little downhill, so all the water ends up somewhere around this area. So this will be a great area to plant some of those elephant ears, especially right here. This is where it gathers the most water. Actually, I know elephant ears, they thrive really well in boggy areas, but I get a lot of water, so I think I may have to install a French drain. As you can see, there's, you know, no grass here. Well, it's not going to be grass here anyway because I'm going to landscape it, and because I just built this area right here last year. Right, so like I said, I have to decide where I'm going to put it, you know, because I have stuff here, but if I put it in here, it's going to just overpower it, which these are these things, hydrangeas. So this is the yield that I got from the 2 bulbs. As you can see here, those are callous over once they dry out, but you don't want to spray them too much, which I did, and I shouldn't have done that. But it had some little mites in it, or worms. Most of the time you can get rid of it, but if you can spray them, and then like I said, I'll spray an insecticide on it and kill whatever's there. But this is pretty good. Some of these are massive, you know, and they'll come back, and hopefully the leaves will be even larger than what they were. So there you have it. I'm digging up the elephant ears in the front yard. Over the past couple years, they started to the leaves were getting smaller and smaller, so I need to separate them A couple years ago, maybe about 3 years ago, I started with 2 elephant ear bulbs, and you see how big they get. They multiply really quick. So this one here, I'll pull off the roots, separate them if there's any in here. It's probably a couple babies. Like that one here is a baby. These right here are babies. There's probably a couple more in there, and then clean all the dirt and then dry them out. Okay, I'm pulling more out. So there's a lot of babies on this guy here. These are the roots. Let's say I'll pull these roots off, clean it up really good, use a fungicide and insecticide. Any rotted bulbs, I'll just go ahead, or tubers, I'll get rid of them. And look at these, some of these babies that just fell off. This will turn into another big elephant ear. I'll just separate those. That looks like a turd, but it's not. Look, I have a whole bunch of babies that fell off as I was digging them up. You don't want to break these in half. I want to try to keep them whole. See that? Now once I separate these will turn into another big colossal, like one of these guys here. See all these little babies? They don't look like much, but I tell you, once you put them in the soil, they take off. And you really never have to buy another elephant ear because they multiply. Like if you put one in the ground, you plant one in the ground one season, by the end of that season, you probably will get about 2 to 3. And they would even get as big as this guy here. So you can see this is one, but I'm gonna pull that off now. See, there you go. That's one bulb, big bulb. So what happened while the leaves were getting smaller and smaller by the year, because they were confined, they were all bunched up and they need separating. So this is the time to go ahead and separate it. This one's in here pretty good. Go ahead and have to use the shovel, get him out. Excuse me for the shakiness. Let's see here. I don't have a tripod. I'm just using my iPhone here. There we go. Let's lift this up. Lift him up there. All right. Let's see. There's a bulb here. Okay, that's one. That's another bulb. So I don't know how many I have so far. I got quite a bit. Like I said, I started off with 2 3 years ago. And I literally have maybe about 5 good large colossal bulbs and a bunch of babies like this size here. I may have about, I don't know, all of these are babies right here. So there's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That's 11 so far, and there's a bunch on this one. Some of these I'll leave alone. If they don't fall off by themselves, I'll just leave it alone. Like this one just fell off. So what happened, this is more like a tuber and not a bulb itself. Well, they're all start off as tubers, but this, what happened, they'll grow longer, and then it'll develop another ball such as this on the tuber. Sorry if you can see that. There we go. So it'll develop another bulb, and then it will get ginormous. And there you have it. I don't know if I have any more in here. Oh, there's one. Yeah, he's down in there. Wow. Let's see. Okay. I think that's it. All right. Until the next time, when I clean them up, I'll show you what they look like dried out.